Hello, welcome to my PowerPoint presentation. So I can't help but find it extremely funny whenever I see Doki Doki in the name of a video game. One night I was wondering, how many of those games are there exactly? I should make a list. To make a long story short, this lasted late into the night and then some, and around 26 hours later I had an Excel spreadsheet with the titles, release years, and developers for over 200 video games. You can find a link in the description. Feel free to peruse the whole list, just keep in mind that a whole bunch of them are porn. Now, I'm not the type to consider myself an expert after going down one measly late night rabbit hole, but as my research wound down, I came to the startling realization that I had actually produced something fairly tangible. Normally, when this kind of thing happens, I inevitably turn it into some even more elaborate project, burdening my mind and hard drive with expectations which I will never truly be free from. And yes, I could add long-form documentary on the Doki Doki franchise to my future video ideas list, but quite honestly, that list is extremely full already, and I am tired of coming up with ideas destined for the grave. Other than that, I don't actually know what sort of use a person would possibly get out of this arcane knowledge. I just have to either put this out into the world or live with the sin of hoarding it to myself. What I decided to do was simply release my results with as bare bones accompaniment as I could manage, and that's the video you're watching right now. For just a small taste of my findings, the first video game title to invoke the onomatopoeia Doki Doki was Sega's Doki Doki Penguin Land. The first non-Japanese game to borrow the term was Piss Freak's Doki Doki Chihiro Paradise. This helped mark 2013 as the dokiest year on record, which would go unmatched until this very year. We've had at least one Doki Doki game every year since 1990, and there are so many works here, interesting and otherwise, that I wish I just had the time to get into. There are two seemingly completely unrelated games called Doki Doki Shutter Chance. There's a racing game about rescuing the real-life porn star Aiko Mori from a kidnapper. Doki Doki no Obama, Wagamama Fairy, Mirumo Depone, Doki Doki Memorial Panic. There is almost no end. I should make it clear here that my list is based on a lot of admittedly fuzzy definitions and is almost certainly a bit incomplete. Honestly, these considerations in themselves could be the thrust of an entire video, but instead I'd rather just throw up a wall of disclaimers to cover my ass. In fact, you know what? If you want to prove for a fact that my research was incomplete, go ahead. Please try to uncover any Doki Doki games that aren't on this list. I want to get a comment in like 7 years about some Flash game from 2009 that's never been cataloged and only exists on the creator's personal website. Anyway, I guess that's all I need to say. I suppose before running the list, I should give a content warning for just like the names of a bunch of porn games. I mean, what I did was take a bunch of Japanese PC games and picked the ones that included a phrase that roughly translates to heart-throbbing. It was sort of inevitable. Okay, time for a presumptuous sign-off. I promise I am working on an actual video. I have no idea when I'll finish it.